Welcome to Conversation Kitchen. My name is Mariah Kessler with Hungry for Truth and the South Dakota Soybean Checkoff. We're teaming up with local food makers to learn how to create delicious recipes using soy and South Dakota ingredients. Today, we're here with Sanaa. What are we making?
So we're making just mixed green salad with soybean, and also we're making tofu pesto, and then we're showing you basically a pasta sauce, how to make this dish with the pesto.
Wonderful. What's the first step?
Just some baby greens. It's very simple, and something from your garden or something you buy, some chop. These are the soybeans. They're parboiled. So that's basically it. You always, when you make a salad or anything, any food you make, you have to think of textures and flavors. They all have to work together. So that's the salad. We're going to add a little bit of scallion. And the reason I'm using scallion is sweet, so your mouth it's not going to taste a lot of onion. Although, if you eat onion and garlic and you're going out, just a tablespoon of chopped parsley, chew it slowly, take care of all the taste and smell.
Oh, that's an awesome tip.
So now for the dressing, I just have, you can use any dressing you like. So the simplest dressing is lemon juice, olive oil, but today I'm making for you a little bit unique dressing. So we have stone ground mustard. I'm going to put, I never eat an orange and that I throw the skin out. I always candy the skin. So this is the skin of the oranges. Little bit of vinegar, we're going.
So what's some of your background? I know that you have a rich history in education and on foods and culinary arts. Where did all that begin?
So actually it began in my grandmother's backyard. Every summertime, my parents will go to the village. The village was on the Mediterranean. And I loved waking up, although I still don't like to wake up very early, but at that time I woke up early just so I can go watch my grandmother. So she'll take the yogurt and she will shake it, and then get the butter out of it, and then get the liquid. She makes cheese out of that, and they make fresh bread. So up to now, every time I smell wood burning, I think of my grandmother making fresh bread. My mom won't let me in the kitchen because go study. You have to be an engineer or a doctor. Actually, my sister is a doctor, I'm an engineer. So only when she wasn't home, I tried to practice cooking. Anyway, I became an agricultural engineer. After I married my husband, I met him in Washington, D.C. He said, I'm moving back home. Home was South Dakota. That's how I ended up here.
That's how you ended up here.
That's how I ended up here. So it's a long journey, but actually I ended up doing exactly what I want to do. So some olive oil, not much. Okay, so another trick for the salad is don't add the dressing until you're ready to eat. So let's assume now we're sitting down to eat. So we put our dressing. And you see it's simple ingredient. There's no preservative, no additive, nothing. And then we're going to make it gorgeous, some pomegranate seed.
It adds a little bit of sweetness.
Sweetness, yeah, and beautiful color. You want to try?
Absolutely, yes. Make sure I get a soybean in there.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Yeah, I see there's the different flavors. They all complement each other.
So you ended up in Sioux Falls then and opened up this restaurant. Tell us a little bit about how you started this.
So we moved to Rapid City, and my husband, he bought the house before I came here. So he chose a house right in the Black Hills. It's quiet, it's beautiful, and with fresh air. I was going crazy. I was absolutely going crazy. So one day he came and I was just pulling my hair. I just couldn't take it anymore. So that's why we moved to Sioux Falls. His office was upstairs. This was very undeveloped area 20 years ago. And the owner of that time, this was all open glass, broken glass. It's a railroad warehouse. She bought it and we were entertaining. I love to cook. So we were entertaining always at almost every weekend. One of our guests was the owner of this building. And then I was traveling, and then a phone call rang. She was on the line, and she said, if I give you a good deal, would you open a restaurant? I need a restaurant in my business. It worked to my advantage because everybody thought I'm crazy, including myself. If you give people a chance to try, they're willing to give you, then they realize, oh, we're missing on all of this stuff.
Yeah, and what is the benefit of adding the soybeans?
So soybeans actually, what we call it, the perfect plant protein. So first of all, it's very high in fiber, but most important thing is high in plant estrogen and protein. Complete protein, that means a protein that has all the amino acids that's required for your body to build. So to make your hair, to make your skin, to make your nail, hormones, you need complete protein. You'd be amazed how it's adaptable.
Right.
And how inexpensive. That's another advantage. If you want to make, which we were going to make pesto, for example, we skip the pine nuts, so it's not free. We skip the Parmesan cheese, so it's dairy free and very inexpensive. We just used olive oil, basil, tofu, and garlic.
So would you say this is pretty easy to make at home?
Extremely easy. Yes. If you have a good blender, that's it. So I put garlic, fresh basil, no, not dry basil, because you want the color, you want the flavor, some olive oil, and just plain extra firm tofu. That's it.
So what will we be pairing with this?
So this one, we're going to make a pasta. So this dish is very easy. So we're just sauteing some zucchini. Just because I like textures, you don't have to have zucchini in the sauce. And this is the pesto, and we'll bring it there. Okay, we're going to try.
Okay.
And as you see, I didn't cook my zucchini a lot because, again, we want texture. You don't want to kill the vegetables. You want to taste it.
Right.
You can add some dried tomato if you want different colors. You got zucchini.
And what kind of pasta is this?
This is the tortellini. It has cheese, so it's vegetarian. See?
That's
did
delicious
you
as
think
well.
you're going to say,
Oh my
when
goodness.
you're eating tofu?
Yeah, it's very good. So you do a little bit of promotion on your own too. You have an Instagram account and an online presence. Where can people find you there?
Well, my Instagram is Sanaa Cooks 27. Thank you. So every recipe I post on Instagram, I post on restaurant Facebook, which is public. I answer anybody's email. I'm always happy to answer anybody who has a question about a recipe or a health issue, food-related health tip.
And how can we get to this place? Where are you located at?
We're downtown. We're at 8th Railroad Center. We're called, I think, East Bank. We're just one block from Phillip Avenue.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for coming here.
Head to hungryfortruthsd.com and our social channels where we're serving up truth and more delicious recipes daily. Thanks again for joining us on Conversation Kitchen.